Well, a passionate community meeting in Elk Ridge this evening as people voiced opposition to a deer mitigation plan that went into effect today.
KSL TV first told you about the plan that aims to reduce the urban deer population in Elk Ridge by almost half over the next few years. News specialist Shuler Park joins us live from Elk Ridge. Shuler, give us an update on how the meeting went.
Yeah, Deanie and Dan, there was a lot of frustration here this afternoon in Shuler Park as residents voiced their concerns about this program, their dislike for this mitigation program. And these residents of Elk Ridge actually got one step closer to possibly putting a stop to it when the mayor finally agreed to take the discussion back to several members of the city council, which could potentially lead to a vote. So on one end, a lot of frustration expressed, but on the other end, these residents got really what they came for. Now, most of the residents who showed up today were very vocal about why they moved to Elk Ridge in the first place, and that was to be close to the wildlife. They expressed frustration with the lack of communication from the city about the mitigation plan and just how many deer could be killed over the coming years. Now, today we learned that approximately 25 homeowners are requesting help with nuisance deer and that the plan is to euthanize between 15 and 20 this month. The mayor says they're only planning to kill those who are sick or underweight caught in live traps.
And we're not trying to eliminate the urban population. We're just trying to get it to a healthier, more manageable level.
I'm not convinced that there is a problem with the deer here. And if there is, then we need to understand what that problem is.
What I'd like to see happen today, because all of us seem to have moved up here for the nature and the wildlife, is for them just to bring it back into a council meeting.
A lot of them are still here. Well, after hearing close to 2 hours of really heated comments at times, most of which were not in favor of this mitigation plan, the mayor agreed to take that issue, as I mentioned, back to city council members for further discussion and potentially a vote. He says he'll need to give a 24-hour notice of that meeting, and he would like to have the Division of Wildlife Resources involved. Now, those who are interested in that, you will need to be paying attention to the city's website. That's where it'll be posted when that meeting will happen. Now, one issue that was discussed today with residents was residents feeding the deer and contributing to this urban deer population that is becoming a nuisance and people treating them like pets in the area. The city has passed an ordinance now. It was passed in the spring, in fact, that is a no feeding the deer ordinance, essentially. So there was some discussion about that today. Residents agreeing that they needed to take it upon themselves to not be doing that and to try to find other ways to support this population and make sure that it is not a nuisance in this community. Deanie and Dan.
All right, Shara, thanks for the update.